Hey, come on. I said, what's going on? Hey, what do you guys think about Fan Expo bringing all these great stars in to see you and meet you, huh? Yeah. And of course, today you're here to see one of the biggest. This man is a legend now. His total box office gross is over $6 billion. $6 billion! Certainly like to get a piece of that, let me tell you. But hey, you're not here to listen to me talk. We got a little video we're gonna show you, and then we'll bring the man up himself. How's that? Sound like a deal? Yeah. Roll it.
What happened to my manners? I haven't properly introduced myself. Come on. Follow me. My name is Grandmaster. I preside over a little harlequinade called the Contest of Champions. Must go faster. An artist that we work with makes these by jamming into his pocket. Throw my cat out the window. Faster. Must go faster. No, I'm just saying that life finds a way. I need to go closer. I want to get a closer look at this. Can you take us closer? Thank you.
Please welcome the one and only Jeff Goldblum.
So nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Wow. I love you. This is already the best time I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah. Have a seat there.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
We will have a little chat. And first, let me thank you for coming to Dallas.
My pleasure.
How?
This is the first time I've ever been here.
Are you kidding me?
This is the first day I've never been to Dallas before. It's fantastic.
I'm amazed you can go anywhere because you have to be the busiest man in show business. How do you do it?
Well, I don't know. I am busy these days. That's right, I just did a bunch of publicity for the DVD release of Thor Ragnarok. And then I did a bunch of publicity for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom coming out. And there's a video game, a Jurassic World video game that I have a character in. I just did publicity for that. And then I did this movie with Jodie Foster called Hotel Artemis that's coming out this summer. And I did a movie called The Mountain with me and Ty Sheridan, who stars in Ready Player One. It'll be out. So yeah, I'm busy, and I have 2 kids. I have a 2.5-year-old boy and an 11-month-year-old boy, me and my wife Emily. So I'm busy. Thank you. And I play piano with a jazz group every week in Los Angeles, if you get there, at a place called Rockwell. And we're making an album live May 18th and 19th at the famous Capitol Records building in Los Angeles. We're going to play jazz there. And so it'll be a record and a kind of a film too. So yes, Andrew, I'm busy.
Well, there's all my questions. So thanks for coming, folks. It's been...
But I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is, no matter what, I'd come here for this.
And we were talking earlier, it's actually your son's birthday today.
It's his birthday, this is April 7th.
This is April 7th. Yeah.
Today's his birthday. Yeah, I'm gonna fly back to LA tonight, and tomorrow we're having the big party for him. So I'll be there for his party. Yeah, he's 1 year old, 1 year old today. I remember 1 year ago, we were in the hospital, and I don't know if you've ever done anything like that or seen anything like that, but That's what we were doing 1 year ago today. Oh my God.
A famous comedian once said that watching the birth of your child is like watching your favorite pub burn down.
Really? That's funny. Well, it was something, and my wife Emily went through something. If you've ever done anything like that, that's something to do, I'll tell you. You know.
So let's talk a little bit about Isle of Dogs. Duke?
Yeah. Oh, Isle of Dogs. I forgot Isle of Dogs.
Have you guys seen it yet? Right, you're both getting out
Wes
tonight.
Anderson directed it. We were for the Berlin Film Festival, where Wes Anderson won the Best Director prize, and then we went to South by Southwest in Austin. We had the greatest time, and it was the best audience seeing the movie, and we won the favorite audience movie at South by Southwest. So if you haven't seen it, it's something to see. Isle of Dogs is a lovely, lovely movie, and it's got stars, big stars galore in it, too numerous to mention, but...
And Wes is such a great director. He is
Agreed.
such a great director. He's fantastic. And of course, we'd be remiss without mentioning Jurassic Park. So, and I'll direct this one to the ladies, because when we announced we were doing this panel, a lot of questions got written in, and I think the number one question about the new Jurassic Park movie is, will you be taking your shirt off again?
I don't want to give anything away. I may stay clothed. I may stay clothed for that. I have a scene at a senatorial hearing, and it would be inappropriate for me to disrobe during the senatorial hearing. But in my trailer, I did a lot of. I took my shirt off a lot. I was as naked as much as possible.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that to the imagination. It might lead to another Funko doll. You know?
I like those Funko dolls.
Yeah.
I just signed a bunch of them. Those are good. I like those Funko doll people. They're good.
Yeah, I think it's one of the first semi-nude toys they put out. So
Really?
breaking barriers all over.
I'm very proud of that. Very good.
What's it like for you reconnecting with some of those old characters like Dr. Ian Malcolm and David Levinson from Independence Day?
Yes.
How do you get, it's been years since you've done that. How do you get that guy back?
Well, it's not rocket science, you know. You're just pretending, really. And but yeah, those are the two occasions on which I revisited a character for Independence Day, just this last, couple of years ago, and then Ian Malcolm. And I played that character again in that commercial that we did that was shown on the Super Bowl. Did you see that for the Jeep? You know who directed that is Colin Trevorrow, the guy who directed the last one, wrote this one that I'm in. And there's going to be a troika of these dinosaur movies. The next one he's going to write and direct too. Colin Trevorrow, great director, but this new one is directed by J.A. Bayona, and he made it easy to do, and it was fun to do again. I love that character, and I love talking about the value of science, and fact-based reality, and the misguided, the misguided stupidity of exploiting animals or scientific achievement for profit or cheap entertainment or militaristic weaponry. Very bad. Ian Malcolm is very passionate about fighting that at all with every breath in his body.
Good, absolutely, absolutely. In the video game, you do the voice of the video game.
In the video game, yes. Some smart people wrote Malcolm-like lines, and yeah, you'll hear me if you get those. Do you play video games? You do? Well, good. Well, what the premise is of that game, you can form your own park. You can manage and create your own park and make dinosaurs and figure out how to keep it secure, et cetera, et cetera. You run the park. And I come on and I tell you, I give you some warnings and, some personal experience, bits of wisdom.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And of course, you were just out there signing some autographs.
I like meeting everybody. That was so nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed meeting everybody. There are a bunch of people here who had me sign things. I saw you all. It was very brief, but it was very nice to say hi to you and be close to you. Thank you for coming, because they're not only from here, they've driven from many far places. I know. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate your coming.
Yeah, well, it's what the Grand Master commands, isn't it? Grandmaster. I like that, you know. If I
was a
could
fun
only get
movie.
my wife to call me that at home, the Grandmaster.
Taika Waititi had directed that movie.
Oh,
He's from New Zealand, a very brilliant director. He's spectacular. Did you see the extra material that came out on the DVD, where I have a roommate, you know, from New Zealand, and there's extra material for me from the movie? Yeah, I like that.
How much liberties in that role did you get? What kind of director is it? Did they let you, because it was such a controlled insanity character. Do you know what I mean? It was just...
Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, Taika Waititi and Kevin Feige and Louis D'Esposito and Victoria Alonso, the people at Marvel, who mastermind all these movies, are very creative and high integrity types, and they have a lovely way of making what they hope is a very high quality movie. And Taika Waititi is a very interesting, adventurous, pioneering and brilliant director, and we did a lot of improvisation in that movie. We fooled around a lot. He's very funny, loves to have fun, and so we did the lines in the script, which was beautifully written, but then we did 10 other, for every line and every scene, we did 10, 15 other versions just because we were fooling around, and a lot of that got in the movie. A lot of that is just us fooling around.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Now, you know, in the introduction when it came up, I mentioned that your body of work has about a box office of about $6 billion. $6 billion. Which one are you most proud of? If someone had to say to you, what role do you want to be remembered for?
Golly, that would be...
narrow it down to that, or is it?
Yeah, that would be very difficult. I've done a bunch of movies now. I've been very lucky. I was thrilled about the idea of being an actor when I was a kid. I got this idea when I was a kid, and I was just obsessed with the idea of doing it. And the idea that I've done it over now a few decades and worked with interesting people and got interesting parts to play is still a magical and delicious thing to me. I'm very, very grateful. So I've done like 100 movies. I don't know, I've done a lot of movies. What am I most proud of? I'm trying to get better as I go along. So maybe the more recent ones feel sometimes a little better to me. I tell you, Wes Anderson is a wonderful director, and to have been in Life Aquatic and Grand Budapest Hotel and Isle of Dogs is a big thrill for me. I'm very proud to be associated with him, but with all those guys, Mr. Steven Spielberg and you know, David Cronenberg. I've been very lucky, been in some good movies and worked with good people. Robert Altman I worked with early on, and you know, good people.
But you're always experimenting too with your craft. You've done TV, you've been on Friends, you've done, you know, how do you expand it? What do you look at? What attracts you, I guess, to a part that says, yeah, I'll do that? There's a lot of actors who only do film and won't look at TV and that kind of, but you're very broad-based. So what attracts you to a certain part or a certain role?
Well, I've been with the same manager for now 30 years. Keith Addis, he's here, and he's been instrumental in helping me choose wisely. He's very, very brilliant and very caring, and we've been together for 30 years. But I go with my instinct, you know, just what feels fun for me to play with and what feels like I might expand my ability to pretend with, you know, and now that I've got these kids, I do think about, you know, them seeing something that I may do, you know, but I like having a variety of things. I like being able to do, in the mountain, for instance, I play
Rick Alverson, yeah.
Yeah, with Rick Alverson, do you know him? Yeah, he did entertainment before this and the comedy, very interesting director. I play a guy who does, it's in 1954, and I play a guy who in the 40s pioneered lobotomy, a method at that point to cure mental illness. It's a very serious and dark and interesting movie. So, you know, I'm interested in many things in life, you know, and movies that have to do with different aspects of life appeal to me here and there.
And I think, you know, not only the acting end, and you mentioned it a little bit earlier, the music. Every Wednesday night you can go to a bar in LA and see you with your jazz band.
Yep, it's called Rockwell. If you come to LA, come tap me on the shoulder when you get there on a Wednesday night. Rockwell, we did it last Wednesday. I'm going to be there this next Wednesday. Oh yeah.
And expand, please, a little bit on the live album, because you did mention it, but that's a pretty big deal. That's Capitol Records, Jeff Goldblum, Jazz, it's Decca Records.
know. We have some very good people involved in it already. It's a month away, but we're practicing for it, and it's going to be a lot of fun and something spontaneous. But we've got guest artists who are going to join us, who might be very wonderful, and I'm excited about it. Wait till you see that. You like jazz music? Do you like jazz at all? You do? Well, nice.
It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
You ever Google yourself?
I Googled myself. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes. Oh no, I'm sort of I like to go on. I like sort of contact with all of you. So what I do is I go on hashtag Jeff Goldblum. I've got an Instagram account that I post things on, and I go on and see who has visited me and said hashtag Jeff Goldblum. So I see people have drawn pictures of me, gotten tattoos of me. I kind of like seeing all that stuff, and old pictures of me from other movies. I go on that regularly, yeah.
Well, yeah, people say some very nice things about you online, and I think the latest one that I looked at this morning is a 30-minute clip of you purring that someone had put together.
30 minutes, really?
30 minutes, they looped it for 30 minutes.
I could do that for 30 minutes.
I don't know if I like you a lot, but I don't know if I could listen to it 30 minutes. There was one we were talking about earlier on hashtag Jeff Goldblum on Instagram, and this lady is at a hotel, and I don't know what kind of hotel this is back east, but she's pictured herself sitting on a bed with a giant Jeff Goldblum bedspread with a big Jeff Goldblum pillow, and she put something like, "My fantasy came true." So I was kind enough to comment on it with your address. So
nice,
I
so
hope
good.
you're okay with it.
I'll look for her. That's a good idea. I wish I had that bedspread and pillow. Gee. I was in love with a girl named Stephanie when I was between 5th and 10th grade, and I'd never been on a date in my life, you know, and I used to go to bed every night and talk to my pillow as if it was her and say, "I love you, Stephanie, I love you." So that's what I would do. So I know the relationship between a boy and a pillow can be a very serious affair.
I don't even know how to respond to that one.
Not to mention the shower curtain with my face on it. I can't imagine what I could get up to with that. Jeez.
You know, this has been a phenomenal turnout, not only in this room, but at the Comic-Con in general. We were slammed today, you know, with autographs, and we're doing another session a little later, and then we're going to, in a short time, do a photo op. And I'm hoping you're going to forgive me for this, because they have oversold on the photo op, so we are actually going to cut this a little short, get back to business so no one leaves unhappy. But I think you guys need to make a big Dallas, Texas applause for Mr. Jeff Goldblum.